Going on. Welcome back to Straight Up Podcast. Episode 17 pre-show. It's in R.B. My brother. Black Mav. We're gonna rock out Mav. 2-2. Let's get it.
100 down to 100.
My brother. I'm just a regular guy. I put my suits in the closet, let the skeletons cry. Don't ever ask the melanin why, cause I don't answer bird niggas. Fly, pelican, fly. I keep the smoke like I'm holding cigars. BMX, I got them flipping over these bars. I see what you did. The whole crowd oohs and ahs, not knowing how bad you hurt and that you smile through the scars. Black Mav laced it, I'm one with the vibe. I'm on a quest for love and I come with a tribe. Thumbing the drive and I'm thumbing the ride. On my way to Motor City, yep, I'm coming inside. Pause. Bring back classics, bring back Thriller. I miss Aretha, long live Dilla. Why these albums got all these fillers? Don't front, I know you feel us. You can catch me riding down Sunset, not the boulevard. Cause the sun sets anywhere I pull up, y'all. Squad is true, I do, peep the wedding ring. You gotta stand for something, I fall for everything. I miss content, I miss subjects. We remember abuse, but forget substance. Facts, I love you all, but right now I'm talking to blacks. Oh, let me get back to what I do. We can
Pure genius.
Composure, yeah. Keep on fighting so
JB Swift.
Everybody sees. Everybody needs. Everybody needs it. You got something everybody needs. People need things.
The people start to feel their strength, and it's the people that will cause the revolution, and it's the people that will cause the change in the country.
Coolin' on this Christian, I'm a cognac and James. I was gone for a little minute, bitch, I'm back in my lane. Then off this pivot, tryna switch it, had to stack up this change. And baby boy look like his daddy. If you play, I'm gon' act. Keep it real, niggas ain't fuck with me way back in the day. Guess it must have been my problems on me packing the blade. But then I punch you out your shit just for you acting so fake. Had these niggas wasn't clutching, went to class was just late. Shit I did too, but had my problems back at home, I won't say. Well aware of my surroundings, at least make me feel safe. I'm pressing CDs for the 5 and puffing out with my peach. Show love, it ain't no love, I know when my defensive instinct. Okay, what can make you judge me? Side opinions indeed. You ain't focused on the mission, lost your way in small screens. Trying to tell you time for time, it's like my words on repeat. Show love, it ain't no love, I know when my defensive instinct. Presently you come to me by needing peak. I'm double nigga.
Wallace, somewhere between skyscrapers and line papers. The rhyme savior ground wild like child labor. Pile haters to the side, file folders of style boulders. With me, you niggas high as trade loud shoulders, old men dirty, too conniving and scurvy. Your asses got the glasses, but still not close to worthy. Abdul Jabbar, I can't stand through your balls. I Abdul Rauf Jabars. Leaving rap crews with Abdul the stars. Wobbling, rappers is sweet like peach cobbling. Following bottle with no nuts and coddling. Hollow men struggle with no guts from squabbling. I be in all of the dark places like goblins. Ghouls, red jewels, spare tools for the daring. It's time for OGs to grow seeds, talk caring, be a parent, and lead with merit.
Notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, gun smoke. Big Biggie Smalls for mayor, the rap slayer, the hooker layer. Motherfuckers say your prayers. Hail Mary, full of grace. Smack the bitch in the face, take her Gucci bag and a North Face off her back. Jab her if she act funny with the money. Oh, you got me mistaken, honey. I don't wanna rape ya, I just want the paper, the visa, capisha. I'm out like the vapors. Who's the one you call Mr. Macho? The head honcho, swiftest like Kumacho. I got so much style, I should be down with the stylistics. Make up to break up, niggas need to wake up. Smell the Indonesia, beat you to a seizure. Then fuck your moms, hit the skins to amnesia. She don't remember shit, just the 2 hits. Her hitting the floor, hitting on the tits. And all they probably love, my dick got out quick. I guess I was a combination of House of Pain and Bobby Brown. I was bumping around and jumping around. The man, then I bust in my You're dead wrong. We got it strong. I ain't going on. You're dead wrong. When I get
I'm so on fire tonight.
I don't know the fuck to do this. Don't show me that.
I'm so on fire tonight.
Maybe this.
Pure G, RP Black Man.
No, you can't hear me. Damn. How do you do this?
What you trying to do, man?
Volume up all the way. Without hearing nothing.
This beat to the never wanna talk much. We let the beat spark from the heat. We distribute in the mounts copious with the focus of AI. Cross the lines, the lead tongues tied. It's the one they call Mav. Hit the grandstand. Sans the old man tags. We get down steeped in the fundamentals of hip hop. Take you on a ride as the sound drops the narrative. I swear, my man's clear. They tell you to make it better. That's right, stay dirty. From ideas to the crates and machines to the face. We make a move with haste while these beats get broken down like clowns with wet face paint. Show's over once it gets going again. Ain't no stopping us, so admit defeat. Succumb to leaving this joint of repeat. When you need the feeling, it's Mav and JB. When you go for the realness.
Hot shit, make me a back. My man used to yell when we stepped in the house. I play the back like Danger Mouse to keep the volume down until it's time for me to bang this out. When I turn up and let the beat knock, I feel like Pete Rock the way I ad-lib when the beat drops. Ric Flair, nigga, this shit rare. The drums hit hard when you sample the kick snare. I'ma lay this shit bare, show my talent. I'm trying to add to the game cause it don't have balance. These niggas don't really wanna rap, they wanna play a role. We need to raise the soul. So let me just address the shortage of hip-hop for niggas who pay bills and got a mortgage. This is that grown folk flow for real. So nigga, turn this shit up like it'll just rock to this, just rock on this. With the wife and the kids, just rock to this, just rock to this, just rock on my ladies with the good ass jobs, just rock to this, just rock to this, just rock on my people who be making shit happen, just rock to this, just rock to this, just rock.
See, I'm comfortable. The way I move don't need validation. Over 30 still got rhymes with true love for the art form. And on my place, never been big, riding hotels to be seen on the scene with the up and comers. My time ain't over, just getting better. Gotta jump on who's hot, could care less who's not. See, I rock spots with that soul for your ear hole, so pause with them old jokes. No time to play when the track is debating, so get those hands high. Gonna two-step tonight to the sounds of the gifted one, DJ J Bishop. No games, just a quick 16 with more flames for the 4-alarm fire. Time to sun, sons that think they great. The name's Black Mav, not
My shit so crazy.
Just rock to this, just rock to this, just rock. All my niggas with the wife and the kids, just rock to this, just rock to this, just rock. All my ladies with the good ass jobs, just rock to this, just rock to this, just rock. All my people who be making shit happen, just rock to this, just rock to this, just rock.
Rock to this, rock to this, let's rock, let's rock. Rock to this, rock to this, rock to this, rock to this, and let's rock, let's rock. Rock to this, rock to this, and we out.
100 down to room temperature real fast, man.
Bear witness, I'm a man on this island. Utilize the same grimace, chillin' or I'm wildin'. Dive into my sight with the red dot. Figure 4 leg lock. Cinching in tighter, this your dead stop. Dred Scott filing his appeal with the dead pop. Certified dispensary, you something like
R.I.P. Black Man. A real one. I miss you, brother.
Twice a day, heart's frozen, but my head's hot. Said the options of survival are assimilated. You demonstrate a false pride, you getting ventilated. These local rappers' food, I fucking dinner plate them. Emulate the imitation with every iteration. Indica, in a center stage, entertaining rage. Considering the reckoning, I reckon you should dig a grave. Blackjack and built to let it ride until I hit an ace. Gamble with your life like underbidding out in prison space. Large art, signature art, the spark is mandatory. Predatory pension, mention me with trending. It's that dog bar, piss in your yard. I'm marking territory. You're watching as the wheel is reinvented with a large art, signature art. Spark is mandatory, predatory pension. Mention me with trending, it's that dog bar, piss in your yard, mark my territory. You're watching as the wheel is reinvented, Nick. I contemplate assertion on a moment. Novus dopus, holy opus, floating lotus. Conformed criminal, but holding on a soldier's focus. Simply looking at the product, causing overdoses. Behold the Folgers, stimulate the comatose, and then we make the first move. Motivation, vocal coaches, impulse. Competent creations while our world waiting. Always like my name.
From tail feathers to cool drinks. Got a hall pass, so fuck your thoughts. Crash the spot for it's over and stamp that. Wide body, keep the body jumping in grand fashion. In the cut, I peep the ballers and the schemers, and I'll beat to the. From tail feathers to cool drinks. Got a hall pass, so fuck your thoughts. Crash the spot for it's over and stamp that. Wide body, keep the body jumping in grand fashion. In the cut, I peep the ballers and the schemers, I love it. Body walking bartenders doing tricks. Down to the gas with the mints and the shit. Give me that you get it, still got it. But once the lights come on, yo, I reconsider. Know the legend peak game. No need for fucking up for a mud duck with sloppy brains. Blast, cash spent. Stay lit for the moment, ain't no opposition. When the groove gets moving in the room, no fussing the fight. When this rap is cited, get urged to mess for one and do it again. Soon as I
sweet, you are poison. Poison, you are so sweet. Good thing that I'm getting of you. I be deranged. You are a vibrant thing. So vibrant. And I just love you. Sweet kisses, poison. Just can't stomach your love. Sometimes we pay for love. Sometimes we pay for love. Sometimes we pay for love. Sometimes we pay. Even if I could just call you, I could just call you. Hey, it's just too involved. And I'm just a walking contradiction. And not to mention, I just can't get enough of your love. Sometimes we pay for love. Sometimes we pay for love. Sometimes we pay for love. Sometimes we pay. Sometimes we pray for love. Sometimes we change for love. Sometimes we lose control. You know I love you. You know it. I show it. Somebody that's not enough for you. I stroll progressing over. I stroll progress.
I gave you everything I could, you tried to give it back. My heart ain't beat since you left, give it back. All the time spent, I'll never get it back. I'm not feeling like myself, I get it back. What happened to all this love you swore you had for me? What happened to you to always be there for me? Was it just a lie? Was it all fake? Or were you just setting me up, prepping me for this heartbreak?
I heard a man ain't supposed to cry. Tell me what kind of lie is that?
Society wants animals. They want animals, yes, they want animals.
Where do we go when we lose our why? I guess I'll just lie in bed. That's not
yeah. Black Mav on the track, saying poetry. Yeah, you know we do. Yo, I ain't trying to go back and forth. I'll crack your jaw at the Catholic call back in Saginaw, Michigan. Had that blessed girl filming it while she giggling like a little kid that was ticklish. You a lyricist? Nah, dog, you licorice. Your name should be Twizzler, cause you sweet as your sister is. Back you up, have you lamping on concession stands. Protect your clan, I bring the pain like a Method Man. And yo, I'm a genius like Jizza. Got your fingers on Twitter, you a singer like Scissor. I'm a top dog from Niagara Falls that drop bars and light rappers up on the mic like cop cars. You a joke like 911 in your town. I'm public enemy, #1 with the gold crown. I'm taking album snippets and making albums with it. You on the gram posting pictures, chasing algorithm.
Oh, nigga.
when your people are dying.
In the heroine escaped through tunnels of fire, but more than 200 were trapped with no way out, surrounded by an inferno on all sides. Desperate, we're told, be ready to
So these are full headed ones.
What is the word box in this moment for President Trump? I gotta go. Well, the
I feel it today.
Nicole, why you acting like you got somewhere to go?
Yo, anybody hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Alright.
They say money is the root of evil. I agree. Cause when I'm broke, gotta fight demons inside me, making me wanna do dumb shit, like find some heat, catch you slipping and rob you out of the driver's seat. No, I ain't the crazy type. Mom and pop raised me right. Shouldn't even know they gave me life, they also saved my life. Yeah, what you know, good. I'm just living this life. Grandma told me to give it to Christ, and that's cool for a spiritual side. But look, the music's like a religion, how I listen and ride. You feeling the vibe, feel it, I'm still alive, willing to strive harder, to go harder, yeah. Continue my father's saga. Continue my father's saga. I seen a bum stab somebody over $5. I hope no shit like that takes me away from my daughters. I'm just fighting this struggle. I hope my mind can provide the muscles and knuckles to punch through.
Never will I tire. I'm gonna be a fighter. Struggle.
R.I.P. Black man. Black man forever.
Never will I tire. I'm gonna be a fighter. Struggle.
Stay tuned. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Digital Hustle Films.
I run this race to outpace all the others.
Tonight.
Young black brothers born to single mothers. In my community, if we say she the problem, ain't very lies. Showing up daily, slapping fives like that's how we all roll. Truth be told, a piece of the soul, each seed ejected. Never.
No, it's not that. But at the same time, I like to have time to do what I need to do. Nobody wants to go down to somebody's house and then turn around and come right back to the same day. Like I said, we're gonna have to go down there.
Danger.
Shout out Danger Vein.
See, 15 years plus, it's a must. I make a fuss to upset the setup known as Father Time. Rhymes crafted with precision on the mission to keep torches lit, pros scripted. Lyrics flow free from the gifted one. Sunday weekend seas with blended breeze and amazement. Bapping with a booming element, it's what we do since the days of 39-16. Mean with the flow as the time ticks along. These heat rocks.
Going on.
What up?
Give me a sec.
Like one thing is another.
Give me a sec. An audio, man.
My audio is whack.
1, 2.
Y'all probably can't even hear me anyway.
We hear you.
Yeah.
Sound loud. You loud and clear.
Sound a little crazy.
Well, gonna have to help me adjust that because I'm still trying to figure out how to work this interface, and I'm gonna get me a new mic though. I want me a condenser mic. I like the way Wide Joint be sounding nice and.
MCs with blended rays and amazement. Bapping with both element is what we do since the days of 39, 16.
Any of y'all spoke to Lawrence?
Nah,
I started calling.
1, 2. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Well, he's on Facebook, so I guess he's doing well.
Yeah,
Hey, Rex.
he on Facebook. Definitely all right. If you on Facebook.
Talking that yak.
1, 2. That shit stop.
He said knowledge leads to destruction. I'm interpreting that as everything he knew or thought he knew was wrong and led to this situation that he's dealing with right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It bees like that.
1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about it. Hard stuff.
I sent out a real important clip to y'all folks, but that joint got deleted ASAP.
All right. Welcome. About that time. Welcome to another episode of Straight Up Podcast, episode number 17. Sorry for the technical delay. We're back this first day of August 2021. I'm DJ Wide Body. Let's meet the panel real quick. Let's get on to some business. Up first, from Jersey, now in the Atlanta area. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Kareem Coop.
Peace.
Next, from Jersey as well, now in the Atlanta area. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Brother Ani.
Peace.
And from Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the Jersey Sun, aka Rex. And I'm DJ Wide Body. And this is Straight Up Podcast, episode number 17. What's going on, everybody? Sorry for the technical difficulties here. Had a problem with the DAW file, whatever. Before we get started, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. This episode of Straight Up Podcast brought to you by Pop Pop's Woodshop. Pop Pop's Woodshop specializing in custom woodworking, coffee tables, china cabinets. They do it all. They're dedicated to providing you with top quality work at the utmost professionalism. Give them a call today, 1-800-286-5233. Ask for Dwayne and give them the code PICK, P-I-C-K, 1-800-286-5233, using the code PICK. That's right. So we get done. Shout out to the chat. DJ Rage, JB Swift, DJ Rec, Shifu Jedi, RRP Black Math. Lost a, oh man, we lost a real one. RRP Black Math, man. Words just can't, I don't have no words, man. No words, man. Tune in tonight, Digital Hustle Films, YouTube channel, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be throwing it down for the brother Black Math. He always will be in our hearts. You always will remember him. Remember his humor. Remember him, his wits, and his talents. Real talented, man. Real talented brother. Pleasure to be around. RIP. Prayers to his family and friends. He had a bunch of them. Real good brother. If you didn't like Black Math, something was wrong with you. Black Math was I've known him going on 6 years now, man, and got very close to the brother, man. He was a inspiration. If not, he changed the way we looked at things, man. And it's a shame that you can't give a brother his flowers when he's here until he's gone, and you realize how much of an impact he had on your life. So, R.I.P. to Black Math. May you rest easy, my brother.
Safe travels.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Real quick, we decided to do the show today. We're gonna talk about a few things. We'll go from there. One of the things we was gonna talk about today is I'm sorry, I'm just out there. I got it. Oh, give me a sec.
Good.
We'll talk about what age should black men look to get married. if that should we ever get married. Also, I forget, man. I want to send a get well to our brother, our comrade in arms here, Pot. He's a little under the weather. I send nothing but positive energy, and hope he gets better. Hope you're listening. Get better, my friend.
Sure.
Shout out to See Me Hustle over in Africa. Be safe over there, my brother.
Safe.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna do some trivia. We're gonna do a little something different today. A little trivia here. What age should black men look to get married? And maybe we might top the top 5 rappers of all time. We'll see how that goes. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, brother. So real quick, in the news for the Lakers, you Lakers fans, Russell Westbrook's on his way to L.A. Rex, I'd like to get your thoughts on that, brother.
Oh man, we got somebody because AD. I like him I like him, but he's not a finisher like that. Westbrook should be that finisher.
Right.
LeBron's getting older, man. You can't count on him every game to come out like that.
Right. Shout out to Comrade Digger Hurts. He made a good point last night. He was saying if any time that LeBron would relinquish the ball, it would be to Westbrook. So I said I think it was a blessing in disguise because LeBron is getting old and he's facilitating. Maybe he needs to come off the ball. You know what I'm saying? And Russell Westbrook might be that guy to take the ball from him.
But he can't shoot, man. He's just an athlete.
Man,
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't see how it's gonna work. But maybe it'll work. He is unstoppable. Yeah. He's a hell of an athlete. I think they need shooters though. That's what they need.
We got a couple shooters, man. We need a finisher. Westbrook's not that bad of a shooter. He's not a 3-point shooter.
Right.
Hell
he got mid-range with him.
But yeah, as far as the mid-range, his shot is decent. I can get with that. But we need that fourth quarter finisher. We need that intensity, and Westbrook is going to bring that. LeBron is pretty much, I think, going to be the coach on the floor.
Yeah.
But it got to be AD and Westbrook to bring that intensity.
Right.
We'll see.
Only got 4 signed right now. You guys gonna have to acquire some talent in free agency. I think I could see y'all with a 5, a nice 5 that could get trashed off the boards. You know what I mean? Keep the offense down on the floor.
Well, if Drummond do his thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
We should be all right. I mean, Drummond plays part. We should be good.
Just, it's crazy. Just that quick, the balance, the scale has tipped again because the Lakers, you can't say that the Lakers aren't the favorite, or close to it. I mean, the West is packed, don't get me wrong, but they're in the hunt now. You know what I mean?
Gator's getting up, what have you said his name? He getting on my nerves, man. Gain is trying to talk. He stayed with the same team. Yeah, but they looked out for you, man. They got you some players.
Yeah.
And then only reason you made it because all them people got hurt.
Yeah,
that's the only true reason. I'm not taking it from him. He did get it, but don't talk shit. That's my thing.
Right? Yeah, he definitely was talking some shit.
He's talking a little bit of shit now. Come on, man.
All right.
You got 2 all-star caliber players with you.
He deserved it though. I give him.
He deserved it.
He endured. He got hurt himself. I ain't think.
Yeah, came back. Yeah, came back and balled out. Yeah, he deserved it.
I mean, he definitely showed himself. I'm gonna give him that. He definitely proved himself. I'm definitely gonna give him that.
I can't take that from him, but I just don't like him talking shit.
He earned that ring. He
earned it because he came back 50 points. I mean, yeah, he did his thing.
I don't care who you got on the team. That nigga earn that ring.
He did it.
We haven't had it. Last time we talked, it was before the finals were over. So did we see did you guys see? When did you guys say, or did you say at all that the Bucks were they had a chance to take this?
I didn't think they was gonna do it. Just by going off last season, I ain't think he had it in him yet. So he definitely surprised me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just like the Bucks never died. They stayed, like they always stayed. Like you just watched them. They should have been dead in Brooklyn. Brooklyn should have ended them. Then
I thought that was what happened.
Then I was
like Kareem said, the injuries.
It wasn't for them injuries. They wouldn't be there. They got the. I mean, it ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying? Injuries
no, it ain't his fault. That's the game. That's
part of the game. Yeah. Right. That's what it is. He did it though. He is a beast.
He's damn sure a beast. I'll give him that.
I like him after this. I got to see him as a, I never really seen him, talk in his personality, man. I like him, man. He's like a big kid, man. He's happy to play basketball. In a time where a lot of these cats don't care about championships. They just want the money, That shit, that's refreshing to see that, you know what I'm saying? Him going out and sharing, with the trophy and all that stuff.
Yeah, just like a new team just being in the finals, just that whole.
I did like that, yeah.
The whole thing, man. That was good for NBA.
Somebody new.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What's going on with this basketball team, USA? What is happening here, man? This is what we're doing now?
We're not the dream team, man.
Is it? Let me ask you this: Is it attributed to the Europeans getting better from the likes of people like we go back to Dirk Nowitzki, those guys, the talent, Ginobili. Is it that these people have concentrated and got better at basketball, or we can't play as a team? Like, what do we think is?
I think it's both. I think it's both. It's definitely got better, but the US, from what I've seen, man, it's a lot of selfishness, man. They ain't like they're not playing together like they should be, man.
And they didn't put the team together right. They ain't got no big men. What you doing out there? You got a whole bunch of shooters.
Yeah.
What do? They get beat on rebounds. They ain't got no big men out there.
Yep. No second chance points.
And then being coached bad and Pop mad because he's one of the greatest ever.
Let me tell you about Pop. Pop needs to hang it up. That style of basketball.
I was just about to say that, man. It's not done, man. I don't even know why they got him as a coach, man.
Yeah, what the hell you put him out there for?
He's still eating off of the old 2001 Spur team.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's it.
Pop needs to go up in the front office or something, man. Like,
Pop needs to get out of there,
Pop no more. They ain't bounce passing and all that before they shoot the ball. Hoosiers and shit.
And they got players, man.
Yeah, they got players.
Doing, man.
But they ain't got no rebounders though. Like they ain't really got big men.
Right.
Yeah, everybody just want to shoot, man. And the rules are different too. So you gotta understand, like,
they got different rules. Oh, I didn't know.
You cannot do that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Like trying to draw them fouls, like going into the defensive player. You can't do that. They will not call that a foul. And there's no offensive goaltender.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know the rules were different.
Okay. Yeah, the rules are different. These ain't NBA rules. So that's another thing. Like you know what I'm saying? They stuck on them NBA rules.
Oh shit.
All right.
So you gotta change your way of thinking, playing ball a little bit.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we'll see, man. Bracket. They got Spain. Spain is a tough team. They're talking, and they got Rubio and a couple other, ringers. So I wouldn't be surprised if he get out of there with bronze.
Bronze, damn.
That'd be ugly. It'll look bad for us, but hey, it is what it is.
Hey, straight up. So they got Devin Booker, Durant, Grant, Keldon Johnson, Zach Levine, Drew Holiday, Draymond. I forgot Draymond. Damian Lillard. All right, JaVale McGee. I see him getting his stuff off.
Yeah, he should be. That dude should be blocking the shots, getting the rebounds. But like I said, I don't know what's going on, man.
Wow, they got a squad. I mean, we'll see, man. Hope
Ain't Tatum playing for him?
Yeah, Tatum playing
he played too.
Tatum, yep.
Yeah.
But them all like scores. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Except for McGee. I mean, because we look at the end of the stats, all the games, they get out rebound by everybody. That's why I said that.
I would say McGee would be the only.
He's like the only one.
Real center in there.
He is. He is. The second you got after that is Tatum is 6'8".
Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna lose the rebound battle every game.
You need them rebounds, man. That's important.
Yeah, that is second chance points. If you're shot off, you get another.
Yep.
It's what it is, man. So shout out to hope that they can turn it around. I like Popovich, but time to go to the front office, bro. Phil got out when he needed to get out. It's time for you. You need to get out. You got your rings. What's left for you, Popovich? Go get one as an executive, man. That's the next goal. I don't know what your bucket list is, but
Yeah, Pop's done, man.
Pop done. So there's the three left: Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker. That was it. Because them, his, them They grew up with him, but you ain't getting none of cats to they ain't playing that kind of ball. You gotta, them dudes.
Yeah,
do what
he
they
had his
do,
run
man.
though. He had his run. He
He
had a
did.
good run,
I gave him
man.
his props. Shout out
Good
RTO
run.
Beats in the chat.
They did that thing.
All right. Enough of sports. A little bit too long, man. It's good to see y'all, brothers, man. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Been a while. So, let's talk about it. What age should black men look to get married, and should we ever get married? That's the question. Let's talk about it.
Well, all I can say about that is, if you're gonna get married, just make sure you got all the player out of you. I don't think you should do it young. You should get out there, experiment a little bit,
right,
and make sure that you're ready.
Right.
I ain't gonna put an age on it, but I'm just gonna say, just make sure you're ready.
Yeah, make sure you're mature enough. You definitely have to make sure you're mature enough, and that's what you really want.
Exactly.
I mean,
All the temptation got to be out of you.
Yeah.
Word.
How many times have we seen divorce? I mean, divorce runs rapid through a lot of, not just black people. I mean, I see it all the time. People get married, and then you got, I don't know, man. For me, it's like the first one will work. I'm done. I'm not getting married again. It should, because marriage should be a one and done anyway, right? So I'm not repeating that. I'm done after one.
Yeah, I'm not signing no papers. I'm not signing no papers no more.
Been there, done that, man. That's it.
No, I'm not signing that contract. Now, I will say this. I don't mind being in a relationship where that's committed, and we, we make that commitment or whatever. Yeah. But as far as going to the justice of peace, whatever the hell they call it, or the preacher man, or I'm not. Nah. They not. Then they don't bind my contract between me and my lady.
Yeah.
They don't need to be in the middle of that. I don't need a middleman.
Exactly. Right. Turn it into, basically as a contract, as a business. And I've seen it to where people, they were together for 10 years, and then they get a piece of paper and the marriage goes to shit.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
I had one of my exes, man. Her parents were together 29 years, had 3 kids before they tied the knot. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole family, kids raised, all right.
They still married?
She ended up passing, I think, but they was cool. I ain't never see them, they looked like they was in love, bro. I guess they didn't need that piece.
So they pretty much dealt with life first and then added on what society says you should do.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's really my take on it. I had to let a psychologist know, because in America, they got this framework that you should be doing this and you should be doing that when it comes to your relationship. If you're together X amount of years, why aren't you married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to tell her, I was like, just because you're married doesn't negate the fact that people are going to come see you because they're having life issues. Life issues are something you deal with in real time. Mm-hmm. But you're sitting here consistently pushing the concept of marriage. Why aren't you married? Yet the bottom line is marriage ain't got shit to do with what's going to happen in your life.
It's true.
And people don't get that.
Right.
So I think, in my opinion, at this stage in our evolution, we need to reinvent how we relate as Black people and our mates. We need to reinvent that shit, because you got these other groups, LGB and all this other alphabet stuff. They are proactively creating the reality that they want, and don't give a fuck about what people think about it, and it makes them happy. And that's the same thing that us normies should be doing right now, because the old program is not working. That shit's dead in the water.
Yeah.
And until we go back and say, hey, let's reinvent or at least upgrade what the fuck we doing when it comes to our mates, we're gonna have the same old fucking problems. We have the same old judge shows, divorce court, and all this shit. Same shit.
Right.
But nobody's really addressing the fact that what is going on in our lives as human beings, as people of color, that's creating these scenarios, and it ain't got shit to do with marriage. Nothing.
Right.
Like you said, motherfuckers can be married together and deal with life just fine, and then as soon as they get married, the shit go to hell.
That shit happen all the time, man.
Right. Because
I'm not against marriage.
You're thinking this is the way it's supposed to be now. I'm married, so I got to do this this way. This is the way they said do it.
Right.
When you need to do what's best for your relationship.
Right.
What makes your relationship work.
I don't think that concept fits in a lot of societies. I feel that marriage and the principles and everything behind that is kind of outdated in a sense, man. If you ask me, man, I really do believe that, because just think about it. Think about back when, how it was. You got married, you had babies, boom. You didn't have kids. You rarely see people have babies out of wedlock. You know what I mean? If you were a widow, you were divorced, that was the worst. You know, no one would want anything to do with you if you was divorced. Stuff like that. You know, these days we're testing the words before we do anything. You know, how many people was waiting to get married to have, relations, man? Come on now. I'm just saying.
That don't even make sense that don't make sense to me.
No, I hate the word wedlock. I can't stand that word.
Wedlock.
I hate that word. I hate that
frown
word.
upon that. They frown upon that. Like it's like it's 2021, man. People are doing stuff to, like you saying, that fits their life and whatever's in their surroundings and the environment. That's why they rolling, man. Like them people didn't need to get married. They was together 30 years. They kids.
Exactly. What was the point?
I don't know. I always want to ask that.
You already married.
Right.
You already married. You already got that contract between each other. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's all you need.
Signed. Ain't no middleman have to come in and say, now y'all all joined together. I don't understand that. Why does a middleman have to come in and tell me I'm joined with my wife? I don't need that.
Exactly.
That makes no sense to me at all.
Stupid
Even though I did it, don't get me wrong, I did it.
Yeah, I went to the courthouse.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I went to the courthouse.
Twice to the same woman.
Yeah. So you got married twice?
So yeah.
Okay. But the same woman though.
That don't change shit. I got married twice to the same woman, man.
I mean, can I ask you? Mind if I asked you the second time? What was the process behind that? What was the? Because
we were older. You know what I mean? We try to put the past in the past and move on. So that this was like a born again relationship for lack of better terms.
Right.
So we tried to do that, and that really didn't. And also just because the first time we got married, friends and family wasn't there. So we, you know what I'm saying? We did that. We did for to everybody can be a part of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But even doing that don't, you know what I mean? Shit still got fucked up and the divorce happened, you know? So
because
doing all that is not gonna make things better or make it last longer.
Do you feel like you could have stayed unmarried in a relationship and it wouldn't have been a problem? Because I say that because I kind of felt that way. I didn't feel like I needed to get married to profess my love and to prove that I loved you. I did it for her sake.
Me too.
Because that's what she wanted. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Same here, pretty much.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. It was her that wanted that shit real bad, man. She kept.
I would say it definitely was more her wanting to marry. Not just and I wasn't opposed to it. I felt, you know what I'm saying, she was a woman that I can be married to, have kids, and live life with. Right. No, I actually thought that.
Yeah.
Right.
Took me a while to do it because I was just like, man, shit, we already together. What's the point?
I can see Coop, you having that conversation.
Yeah, it took a long ass time for her to do that, man. I kept telling her, man, we don't need, but she wanted it so bad, and I looked at it like, okay, I've been with you like 7-8 years. Fuck it, why not? I ain't trying to go nowhere anyway. That's how I looked at it. So I just did it.
I think a woman, she kind of needs that. You know what I mean? In her psyche anyway.
Yeah.
That's part of the programming. They program
I got the ring through, you know what I mean? He loves me, you know what I mean? But that ring don't necessarily mean shit. Niggas can give you a ring.
The reality is you could wake up a week from that situation and decide you ain't want to do that shit no more. That's just how simple it is.
Word.
And it's over.
Word. So it has to be
but we don't take that. Yeah. Go ahead.
It has to be something higher to keep y'all together. You know what I mean? Can't be just
I'm glad you said that.
The rings, the ceremonies, it has to be something higher.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was outside today, just kind of reflecting and thinking, and it's funny you say that because I came to the conclusion that you got society saying how we should relate, and then you got real life that's doing what it needs to do. Two people get together on a higher level that ain't got shit to do with what society thinks. It ain't got shit to do with marriage. Because sometimes, well, all of the time, just on a higher perspective, normally when you get with somebody, it's a part of your evolutionary upgrade. They're either there to help you evolve or you're helping them evolve or vice versa. But the bottom line is all relationships are based on karmic entanglement. So you're with that person to take you to the next level, whatever that may be. You may be with a person who got patience and you ain't got no fucking patience. I'm just giving an example of how we get paired up in certain situations to help us evolve on so many different levels. It ain't got shit to do with marriage. It ain't got shit to do with what society says. And when that lesson is learned, then the universe creates a scenario to make that go, in separate ways for you to go on to the next phase. So the greater understanding is we are all karmically entangled for reasons higher than what we know. And it's normally based on our evolution. It ain't got shit to do with how people feel about it. Because you ever wonder why you're with somebody and your relationship is considered rocky and y'all got challenges and y'all going through this and that, but at the same time you always ask yourself, damn, why did I even meet this person? Why I'm with this person? Yeah. And the why is obviously there's something that you or that individual is supposed to be learning. And when you learn that, then the universe may or may not send a scenario in there to break that shit up, and then you go on your way. And my brother's going through a divorce right now, but I can't say it's a bad thing. Right. I always got to look at it as good, because of the fact of the matter is there was something that he had to learn as a man being in that situation. Right. There was something that she had to learn as a woman being in that situation. They both evolved, and now whatever their lessons are, they've completed them, and they have to move on to the next phase. And they're going to meet somebody else that's going to prepare them for the next phase. Right. Sometimes the person you meet may stick with you for your entire life, but that was a part of the paperwork to say, hey, this is the person that's going to train you for the next evolution. And you're going to be with this person until you transition up out of here. Yeah. That's not always the case for everybody. It might be a month, it might be 2 months, it might be 3 years, it might be 20 years, it might be the rest of your life. But that's the sentence that you got based on your karma to take you to the next phase.
And you saying that, I'm gonna say I definitely learned from the marriage I was in, and I take the things that I learned and I keep those with me, and I'm what I'm saying, I apply those to the next relationship to try to make it more better, more communication better, understanding better, just try to make everything better, because you don't want to repeat the same thing and go through the same trials and tribulation.
That's the goal, not to repeat it. Right. And if you don't learn, that's when you repeat. It's kind of like school. You don't get what you need to learn, you repeat that grade. So it's the same shit, man.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
the same shit.
I agree with that. He's like,
so that's bigger than courts. That's bigger than license. That's bigger than rings and all that shit. That's some society stuff.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Let's put spirit in it. Let's put, if you want to say God, let's put God in it. You want to say universe, let's put universe in it. But the bottom line is people are together because that is a school that you are going through. And that school may take your entire physical existence for you to complete. Or it may take 10 years. It may take 6 months. But there's something you got to get, vice versa.
Yep, that's real.
How I look at it.
That's real.
Yeah.
That way you don't play the blame game of who's right and who's wrong. Both of your asses in school.
Yeah.
And like you say, when you evolve, sometimes you don't evolve together. You evolve in different directions. And I've seen that a lot too, especially people that have been together since high school. They grow up and they decide, hey, we ain't growing together.
People do grow apart, they grow apart. Your values may change, your views may change.
Yeah.
You're looking at things different. You may have a life-changing experience.
Right.
So,
and that's typically when the universe go ahead and interjects inside that relationship, something to go ahead and say, okay, now it's time for y'all to go ahead and part. So it'll create a dynamic between y'all where y'all go y'all separate ways, whether it be somebody cheating, whether it be you have an epiphany about your life, whether you seeing shit different, whether you fall out of quote unquote love, something the universe is going to interject into that relationship to say, now it's time for you to go your separate ways. Yep. And it uses things like that, person, places, and things, for us to go ahead and move. And if those things don't happen, because you ever see two people together and they seem like they just going through hell, but they never split up.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people.
It's just not time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was gonna ask that too. Do you think that, like, you know, I'll give you an example. There's people that say, "Oh, we're staying together," or she's staying with him because of. Should you stay with someone in a marriage if you're not happy because of some other reason? You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds selfish.
Not if it's physically hurting you or mentally, like not if it's tearing you apart. You gotta take care of yourself first and foremost.
That's selfish, but it's true.
Yeah.
You know,
if you don't take care of yourself, you can't do nothing for no one else. If you're broken down, how you gonna help? How you gonna uplift the next person if you're broken down?
Mm-hmm. It was a Larry J.
Yeah. So let's take a scenario like that. There's obviously some lessons that need to be learned in that. And yeah, we look at the surface human stuff. It may be kids, it may be finances.
That's about to say.
It may be
kids.
It may be all, you know, when people look at the relationship, and those are the things that are going to be obvious, right? But it's something bigger than all of that. Because if a person is in a relationship that's not healthy, the question is why?
Yeah.
Right.
Not just because of kids, finances, I don't want to be alone, all that type of shit, but why?
Mm-hmm.
And when you start asking the why, then you start getting into shit. I didn't know this person 10 years prior. I didn't even know they existed on the face of the earth. But everything led to this one person. So that shit is divine in itself. If I change one thing, I wouldn't have met this motherfucker. We spoke about that on the other show about if you change something, it fucks up everything.
Just one simple change. Yep.
Yeah. You look at the relationship and it's like, it looks like it's in disarray, but the shit is perfect in its design because it's evolving you, no matter how bad the situation looks.
For better or for worse.
It's evolving you. Yeah. It's evolving you. So I really don't get into the superficial stuff too tough. I just look at the fact that shit, I was led down this fucking path perfectly. Yeah. So there's something bigger that you know what I'm saying? I need to pay attention to.
Right. And even
I always say, you preparing. Go ahead.
Even the things that happen in the marriage, like say my kids, I don't regret that. That was supposed to happen.
Yeah. Definitely with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
With everything, really.
And sometimes the kids, all the time, kids are karmically assigned to their parents. And like I said, we can get real deep with this shit, but karmically, that spirit is assigned to two individuals based on their vibration.
Yeah, I agree
with that. Your parents are indirectly chosen.
Yeah.
You choose your parents by your karmic entanglement. It's all vibration. So vibrations match. Those are the ones you get attached to. Right. All the way down to your siblings, all the way down to your everything. It's karmically. All this whole dimension is based on polarities. So when you look at the fact that your kids were assigned to you, you were supposed to have those kids, because if you didn't meet that person, they wouldn't be here. Let's just look at the proof in the pudding. They wouldn't be here. If you change one thing, they wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yep. Right.
There are no mistakes in the universe. Put it that way.
Yeah.
There are no mistakes.
There are none. You just gotta evolve with it. Learn.
Yeah.
No matter how painful it is, man.
Yeah.
Even down to death, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just add on to the kind of help why put some things in perspective. You know what I'm saying? If your homeboy changed anything about his trajectory, that situation wouldn't have happened. But everything leading up to that one moment in time was perfect in its design. That was his exit strategy. There's nothing that nobody could have done anything about that. It was it's sad
but you got to humble yourself to it, because the reality is, had he known and had you known or anybody known, they could have threw a monkey wrench in that and derailed that whole situation. We wouldn't even be having this discussion. But the universe felt that perfect path leading up to that one moment in time that produced that result. That was his exit strategy up out of here. We all got an exit strategy. I just don't know what mine is. But everything I'm doing on a daily basis, down to the seconds, is leading up to that one moment in time. I just don't know what it's going to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't even alter it.
Real shit.
Wow.
Yeah. What's gonna happen? Gonna happen. What will be, will be.
Right.
Exactly. So we're supposed to be thankful, consistently be in a state of gratitude in the now moment, because the now moment is the only moment that's important in your life right now. Yesterday, tomorrow, all that shit becomes now. It's
the
always
moment.
now.
In the moment. You gotta be in that moment.
Yeah. And this what makes you appreciate the simplest shit in life, man. If you like sitting in your recliner and watching TV, that's some simple shit. But in that moment, you need to be in a state of gratitude just to be able to do that.
Yeah.
When you're confined and you're confined to four walls, stuff like this small things start meaning a whole lot. I just saying that for my, walk in the park somewhere. Like that shit is.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I don't even like killing insects no more. I used to smash.
Me neither. I don't do that either.
I want to walk that out the door now, man.
I'm going
because that's because you're reflecting now. You thinking like about life and shit. For real, that's
real shit. I'm thinking about going plant-based, man. I'm reading into that right now, man. I'm really seriously considering going plant-based, but I want to do it right because I don't, I don't want to fail and I don't want to do it wrong.
You know what's crazy though about you making that statement, that something occurred in your life that led you to be in this position right now where you're considering that thought.
Right.
And it could have been something painful, could have been something pleasurable.
Health.
But now it prepared you. You see what I'm saying?
Health and all that's going on.
Exactly.
You want to get your immune right. Your immune
There's a beauty. You gotta extract the beauty in every fucked up situation, because like I said, it's polarity, it's duality here. So you gotta choose how you want to view it, man. But it's there. They both exist at the same time.
Gotta find
God
the good,
and the devil
man.
is
Gotta find the good, man.
same.
Don't dwell in the negative, man.
Right. Take that shit and try to find a positive line in that shit.
That negative thing, it is gonna be around us. That is, you can't get rid of that shit.
No.
The thing is, don't dwell in that shit.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Gotta know the depth.
I mean,
It's kind of how I started to really reflect on the entire planet when the CV19 joint popped up, and just looking at the world, and I was like, we got some real diabolical minds on this planet, right? But then I said, even in that harshness of what's going on, the universe has some checks and balances. So sometimes, well, I'm not gonna say sometimes, all the time, it uses the diabolical mind as its checks and balances. Just marinate on that for a minute. So if we got to get rid of some things and get some things in order, it utilizes what we consider the diabolical mind to create the parameters for that checks and balances. We only gonna point the finger at the diabolical mind, but the universe allowed the diabolical mind to do what it need to do to create the checks and balances. So just think about that in this whole CV19 situation. You got bad players, you got bad actors, but the bad actors are allowed to carry this shit out because we're going somewhere as an entire planet, and it's bigger than them motherfuckers.
Right.
Sometimes you got to destroy shit to rebuild it.
That's a universal law.
Universal law. Universal law. Yeah.
So now we extracting some of the good out of it, because we on a path, man. We out of order. I'm just keeping it a buck. We out of order.
I feel it. I see this. I'm feeling this shit. I see this shit, man.
Yeah, we out of order, man. We out of order. So this is how we get back to our center. As we we're now right at the still at the door of the Aquarian age. So it's information age now. So there's no reason right now that you don't have access to information to bring you to some sort of awareness about what's going on around you. If you choose to be ignorant about something, that's a choice.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why you don't have access to it. You can't use that excuse no more.
Right.
And a lot of people make that choice.
People have encyclopedias in their house.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Hey, the worst thing you can do is say, I don't know. I didn't know.
Exactly.
You made a move, but you didn't know.
Shit, you can build an engine on YouTube. You go to YouTube, YouTube show you how to do everything.
That's laziness if you don't know what's going on in your surroundings or how to find something out. That's laziness, man.
Put a transmission in and shit.
Yo,
off YouTube.
You gotta say, I'll find out. You can't say I don't know.
Right. You can't ask anyone questions no more, man. Like they look at you like, you gonna go to Google, man? Get out of my face.
Google is your best friend. That's what they say, right?
Yep.
That's the saying.
But then you got some people now who will say, well, you can't believe everything you see on the internet.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, shit, I don't know everything on the fucking internet. And on top of that, information is what it is. It's information. It's not fact until you accept it in your consciousness as being fact.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about, man?
Yo,
information is exactly what it is. It's information.
Get the information.
You got to prove to yourself if that shit true or not.
Right. You decipher what's true or not.
Right.
You know
exactly. We all have our processes how we solidify or we confirm information. We all do. You know, we have our ways.
Yeah, but you always got to go to more than one source,
Absolutely.
though.
You better.
It's a puzzle. You got to put it together.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that be them people who, you know what I'm saying, they either don't want to think for themselves or they're comfortable not thinking for themselves. So they find excuses like that.
I would think
they'll look at something they'll look at the mainstream news and stuff like that and
just go with that.
That's the gospel. Yeah, that's the gospel.
Comfortability.
And if you give them anything other than that, it's like, well, how you know that's true?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I can't just
the minds are lazy. They don't want to think, man. Lazy mind.
And that's what
the universe has chosen a path for them, and we can't even worry about that.
Yeah.
I don't worry about, those who choose not to eat, just to take responsibility for their own sovereignty. I don't even worry about those people anymore. Right. Because like I said, the universe has its checks and balances, and it has the people that is going to delete from the system and those it's going to keep in the system based on what it needs. Checks and balances. That's just how the universe gets down.
Right.
So you either are part of the problem or you working with the solution. That's it. And if you're part of the problem, is right now is getting rid of a lot of things that it just does not need where we're going. That's all. That's not to say
purging.
Everybody's bad that's getting deleted from the system. What I'm saying is where we're going, because we can't see it, but where we're going, the planet is going to need a certain intelligence and a certain spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be strong. You got to be a troubleshooter. You got to be a self-starter. That's just where we headed.
Yeah, it's a self-starter
all the
society.
ones who are still plugged in to somebody to tell them, y'all go in that direction. Some of y'all move this way. Y'all sit right here because they don't know what the fuck to do. They're getting deleted from the system. Not because I said it. Just look around you.
Yeah. See it.
Wow.
Oh.
What's the next question, Aaron?
Man,
you went in on that one.
I was going to touch on racism, but I'm going to skip that, man. I want to do some fun stuff before we get out of here, man. It's one of them days. So real quick, I'm going to do something. We're just going to do something fun real quick. We're going to do the little family feud. We'll go there, and this one here, that's the question. You guys can answer when you want to answer.
That was choppy.
So first, I'm choppy.
Yeah, you breaking up for some reason.
What is going on today, man?
It says something about your bandwidth was low.
Yeah, it did say that. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh, you know what? Let me get out.
Got all that equipment, man. You got all that equipment hooked up.
You got so much shit.
Get you some.
Not even hooked up.
You gotta get you some orgone generators, some orgone pieces to put in there too. Wide.
Hold on. Oh yeah. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
Definitely generators, man.
All right. Y'all guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello, Tiffany, beautifully me. She asked in the chat, would you have ever considered polygamy?
Polygamy?
No, it's POL.
Polarity.
Polamory. Had it been acceptable as it is today?
What is that? Hold on, I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. POLYAMORY. POLY. Which is a practice of engaging in multiple romantic and sexual. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's the practice of engaging in multiple romantic and typically sexual relationships with the consent of all the people involved.
Oh,
that's a good question.
Polygamy.
And what's the question?
That's not polygamy. That's what's the word? Polyandry. I get what you said. Basically,
where everybody in one relationship, open relationship. Yeah. But what's the question?
Would you ever consider it? Would you ever consider it if it was basically it was acceptable? Has been acceptable as it is today?
Even if it wasn't acceptable,
the fact of the matter is that that's going on now, whether you accept it or not.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. I get it in how I get it in. Like,
True.
Tell me how to move, man. My relationship.
I agree. I think a man could have the same strong feelings for multiple women. I feel that. Not that I practice that, but I think that is not far fetched. That could happen. You know what I mean? And if society accepted it, I don't give a damn. That's Rick said. I'm gonna do me how I do me.
Plus, if everybody agree, ain't nobody getting hurt. Everybody got the understanding. Yeah,
that's right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's
everybody's wrong.
On truth. That's the problem. Yeah.
Let's take for example, you got people that's like to engage in bringing other people into the bedroom. Well, there's rules and regulations to that shit. You know you gotta be a certain way. You have to have that understanding. If that other person would go out and meet somebody else and engage, I mean, that would look like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not just everyone out here screwing everybody. There's
and that's why you got to come down, sit down at the table.
You got to talk about that.
What's acceptable and what's not acceptable. You can't just jump in a relationship. Oh, yeah, I can fuck with whoever I want to fuck with. That ain't the way it goes. There's rules for the shit.
Right.
I mean, if I was to
create a scenario like that, all parties, for one, we will all have to get together and have a real discussion. I think everybody's gonna have to take their ass to the doctor.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to get health screenings, and they're gonna have to commit to the fact that the only people in this circle is the only people you're gonna deal with.
Right.
You do have the choice to step out of this. Just be fair to let the group know that's what you're gonna do.
Right.
So you don't introduce back into our quarantine circle bullshit, because you can go out, catch the cooties, and come back and fuck everybody up.
Yep.
So if you create that sterilized zone between everybody, then y'all stay within that sterilized zone.
Right.
Now, if you want to step out, that's fine. Step out. You just let us know.
There's no rules. And also, you got to be respectful, even if you know what I mean. It's like you really have to sit down and go over all these scenarios and rules.
You do.
There's a lot of scenarios out there, and people. Oh, I didn't know. You didn't tell me this. I didn't.
Yeah. You got to go over everything. No stone unturned.
But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of the universe, is the fact that if the alphabet crew can dictate how they want to get down, fundamentally, then we need to do the same exact thing. We need to sit down and fundamentally reinvent how we gonna relate. So let's get into the details. And that's that's basically what I was saying earlier, that we're gonna have to sit down. We're gonna have to do it at some point, because the bottom line is it's getting slim pickings when it comes to just alpha straight men. I'm just going, there's a big assault on just straight men and being straight, right? Yep. So we're going to have to just sit down and go through the fine print. But I got a question.
Hey, before you ask a question, Tiffany did have a question. She said, even though it's taken away from the sacredness of marriage.
Say that again. I didn't really use.
She said, even though it's taken away from the sacredness of marriage.
Not if it's accepted, it's not taken. Hold on. What's it? Because her definition of marriage is something different than what I'm thinking.
Yeah, what's your definition of marriage, Tiffany?
I guess she's saying marriage is sacred. I guess that's what she's saying.
Sacredness of marriage, right? And the same shit we were talking about earlier with the whole, you know, the guidelines, if you will, of marriage back, you know, when you got to be married before you have kids and that whole freaking structure.
But that's not everybody's way of thinking. That's just what she's been taught to think. That's not everybody's way of thinking.
Yeah. So yeah, I think sacredness is something sacred is what you make sacred.
Yeah.
That's a personal thing,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So if I want to have two wives, they're both. Yeah, that'd be sacred. Like, yeah, I don't want nobody to. As
long as they know and they accept it and they good with it.
Yeah, as long as it's based on truth.
Yeah, truth.
You're not infringing on people's free will to know what the fuck they're getting into. You're not taking that away from them by hiding something. Then it's all good. But my question is this: you said you have women who, because I had this discussion, and I feel like women are in their ego when they say they want to do everything a man do. My response to that was, you're not hardwired to do everything a man do.
Correct.
Like, women are emotionally hardwired different from us.
Yes.
A lady, I broke it down. I said, you got ladies, you got females, and you got hoes, right? Mm-hmm. The lady, you ain't just gonna boom. You're gonna have to have some level of commitment to her, right? Before you get the goods, period. That's just how a lady gets down. You're gonna be with this lady. You're gonna put in some work and you're gonna commit on some level. Then you got females. Females, they feel like, I am woman, hear me roar. If you could do it, I can do it. All that shit. Then you got hoes just don't give a fuck, right? They don't care. It's whatever. So my thing is, when you look at women who say, I want to do what a man do, and I know for a fact you are not hardwired like us. Most women ain't gonna give you no ass if you have not committed on some sort of level. I'm talking about a real grown ass woman.
Yeah.
You got females, females out here based on the culture. He cute, he fine. I want to see what it be like, all that type of shit. Cool. If that's your lane, if you that type of female, you got women and you got females and you got hoes. So most females, they got this competition thing going on with men. Like, if you could do it, I could do it. If you look at the fact that polygamy says a man can have multiple wives in a family structure. No bullshit. It's a sacred union, right? Everybody's on one accord.
Yeah.
Then you got females, not women, not ladies, females saying, well, why can't I do that? Okay, since you want to play that game, so that means, because really it's ego. I want to do what he do. Why can't I do what he do? Okay, here's the thing. As a polygamous man, you got to take care of your family. It's no game. With responsibility.
Yeah.
If you want to do what men do, can you cook for multiple men? You're going to have to fuck multiple men. You're going to have to probably have kids for multiple men. Everything that entails for a woman to be a real mate to a man, you got to do that for multiple men.
Yeah.
Women got a hard time doing that shit for one man. How you going to do it for multiple? But that's their ego. I want to do what y'all can do. Why can't I go out and do? Listen. It's not a game. We're talking about building, empires and legacies. So when we talk about multiple wives, we're talking about a family.
Right.
Not I just want to fuck multiple people.
Right.
If you want to fuck multiple people, then be about that life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So and that's what they get it mixed up into. That's what you say. They think it's just a sexual thing.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
In my perfect world, if I had 3 wives, one is going to cover the health and healing of my family. She's a healer. All women should be healers, but all of them aren't healers. I'll have a healer. I have one that's excellent with finances and money, and I have one that's really good with the home. Cover all your bases. But this is just thinking smart. It ain't got shit to do with I got some extra ass. You can have extra ass, period. When we're talking about having peace and balance in your life, women don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that.
Can't pay no bills.
I want to do what you want to do. Okay, go cook and clean, have kids, and all this other shit for multiple men, and then come back and talk to me. They ain't about to do that.
They just want the multiple men. They ain't doing shit for the multiple.
Exactly. That's it.
They want the
They
multiple
don't want to be
men.
responsible for the man.
Now,
They just want to fuck him.
You know what that turn? Now you become the hoe.
Yeah, about to say that.
Now,
The hoe comes.
You're trying to play the game like a man playing, and you done turned yourself into a hoe.
Into a hoe. Yeah, I was about to say that.
Now men don't value you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Key point.
Just a piece of ass.
They don't.
Yeah.
A piece of ass. That's it. But they want to do what we do. Men, I'm not making excuses for men, but we are hardwired to procreate.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm not making excuses for it, but we are hardwired to procreate, to protect, to defend. That's just what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like having a big ass bag of chips, your favorite fucking chips, and they can be like, yo, you can just get one chip out. One fucking potato chip, man. Close the bag up. No more. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We live our lives walking around in our heads with one and vicariously living through what we see, but it don't touch. It's like Beetlejuice. It's all in the handbook. Keep moving. Don't touch nothing. That's a self-imposed prison, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This is why we have to reinvent this shit, man. We got to reinvent this shit. I'm not saying we shouldn't have family. I'm not saying that. We should have family.
Catch up with the times, man.
Yeah.
You're right. It needs updating.
Yeah.
Update the
'Cause
software.
we're dealing with a lot. Yeah, we're dealing with a lot right now.
Yeah.
But these women gonna find themselves in a pickle because now like I don't know if you guys heard about or even seen this Little Nas X shit that they got. This video he got.
Yeah, I
straight up. It is an extreme assault on our youth, and that's normal. That's normal.
He's a plant.
Making it normal.
Straight up.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
It's bad. It's bad.
Nas X is terrible, man.
Bad. And you can see a lot of him.
They paying that man to do all that, man. They paying him good money.
Plant.
They getting paid.
Do all that.
Let me ask y'all a question though.
Who you are.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think black women are responsible to a degree, not for all, but to a degree of this situation when it's dealing with the homosexuality in the black community? And the reason why I asked that question is because you got some black women who like to hang out.
Support it. They support it.
With the gay dude and all that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, where do you draw the line? Because if it's cool to have them around, but you don't want your son to be like that, like you can't serve two masters. You got to take a stand on something and say, hey, nah, I respect you as a person. I can even do business with you. You are a human being. I get that. But I can't enjoy the fruity energy that you bring because they think that's fashionable now. Their stylists they the makeup artists and all this other stuff.
The flamboyant part. And I would say, like I said, I don't have no hate for nobody. If like with the homosexual, that's gonna be around. But my thing is when you trying to act like another what am I trying to say? When you're trying to act like a male or a female, that's when it gets a little confusing to me. Like, and they say we're born like that, they were born like that, and but you have to visualize how men and women dress to get that in your head. So how can you be born like that?
Yeah,
if you can get what I'm saying, like
I got you. Good point.
Like
it's
they
many
have
different levels.
Dressing like the opposite sex.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
That's
you got
a
it
lot
from
of
somewhere.
levels.
You got it from somewhere. You had to see it. You had to see it first.
From somewhere.
Part of that is programming.
Boom and nah.
Yeah, part of that is programming.
It's programming. Exactly.
Yeah.
You had to see it.
Yeah.
I always tell people, I always came to the conclusion that whole phenomenon has like 10 different layers to it on how it is able to exist from. You have the shit that's in our food. That's on one level. That's a whole discussion. Then you got those who are born with a malfunction. Then you got those who are being programmed by society. Then you got those who go through trauma in their life. Something happened to them, and they go the other way. So so many different levels, but they try to clump it all together like the shit is just a normal phenomenon, and it's not.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
I just think black women need to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what they want to support and what they don't want to support. Because on one hand, they want to protect their little black boys, and at the same time, they want to entertain a lifestyle that they don't want for themselves, but it's cool as the culture. Like, that shit's confusing me.
Yeah, it's damn sure confusing.
That's like us. That's like us straight dudes hanging out with the other dudes just because they cool like that and we can hang. Yeah, you could do that, but typically that shit don't fly like that.
You got blurred lines now.
Yeah. And they gonna look at us like, okay, y'all all together, so you can't tell me that. What is the glue that's holding this shit together?
Yeah.
They automatically gonna say you that way. Because there's no way that y'all because there's no way y'all should be able to relate. Basically,
right.
A woman with a fat ass walk by, regular dudes, we're gonna be like, God damn.
Yeah.
The other motherfucker gonna be like, oh, that ain't shit. He's gonna look at other things.
I'm glad. But maybe I'm wrong here, but I'm glad Lil Nas out so I can show my kids.
Bullshit.
You know what I mean? I'm glad that he doing that. It's good. So people need to take that and turn it into a good thing to show you what not to fucking ride with, or not what to subscribe.
That's why we have to look at it now. They gave us no choice, pretty much.
And now they want us to feel bad for being straight. Like,
that's another thing.
Are you serious?
I can't even be a stern male or say I don't agree with that. Not saying I hate the person. I don't like the act.
The lifestyle.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to.
I get you. I'm the same way.
I just don't want to be a part of it.
And then you're gonna get labeled homophobic. They automatically label you that if you don't.
But matter of fact, I'm scared as hell of that motherfucking act. I'm scared of this shit. I don't want no part to that, man.
Yeah.
But you call me what you want. I don't agree with it. You call me what the fuck you want to call.
But that's society excuse for you. They're gonna just label you that.
But you know what, Coop? You know what? When you don't care about their onslaught of labels and all of that, that shit don't work. Whenever you call me or label me because I take this stance, cool, fine. If that's what you want to call it.
Right.
But it's not gonna change my stance.
Damn sure.
But like Coop said, that's those words that try to make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like you shit now, like there's something wrong with me because I don't agree with it like everybody else.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I love women, bro. I love black women. I just think we gotta get this how we're relating right now. This shit is just, you know what I'm saying. But yeah.
True.
Black women are like, shit, the best thing, dude. Shit. What you talking about? Oh my God.
It's like you feel guilty if you're too masculine. There's certain things like no, man, you should never have to dumb that and turn that down, man. That's
I said this before. I gotta have to make people feel comfortable anyway. I'm 6'6".
Where's Pie at?
So I can't please. I get that. Nah, man, I can't. Can't do that, man.
I've been told that, and I'm not as tall as you, man. But I've heard people tell me that I intimidate people when I talk to them because I'm this big, energetic black man. I'm like, yo, I'm just myself.
Man, like, not talking no passion, man. These motherfuckers. He's angry. Might call security. Everybody looking at me like I'm crazy.
K-Mo McClurkin, whenever we would love to have you on if you are interested. Hit me behind the scenes, adswide@gmail.com. Or hit me on Facebook at Wild Body So Well if you would be interested in coming on. We'll cater something to the women and men, and we can sit down and have a discussion. Not a problem. Once again, you're more than welcome to come on to the show. More than welcome.
That'd be great.
I'm sending an invitation to you and Tiffany right now. I would love to have Tiffany on as well. So if you two want to come through, you let me know. Give me some notice, and we'll get together. Definitely. So.
I'm ready. I'll be ready too. Cause I'll be ready.
Battle the sexes now.
Battle of the sexes.
We need to have those healthy conversations, man. We need to have the females involved in that.
Absolutely.
And that's something that we really, as a whole, as a community, we don't have the unfiltered, because you got these talk shows and they try to tackle this and that, but they don't have those straight up unfiltered, free thinking conversations that makes niggas uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's gonna be controlled.
Those conversations.
Yeah, it's always
Sometimes
controlled.
You gotta do that. Oh, now you okay? Well, hey, we're looking for females out there. So any females that are interested in coming on the Straight Up podcast, we're gonna have those unfiltered conversations that needs to be had, so we can grow from this and get a better understanding of one another. You're more than welcome to come through. Please don't hesitate. AGSY@gmail.com. Why Soul?
Keep it peaceful. Peaceful.
Hit me up. Yeah, peaceful, of course.
Respectable. Women be tripping sometimes.
Respectable, peaceful. Both sides. You know what I mean? We could do that. I'd love to do that. I think that's
that'd be great.
Inevitable right there. We get that going. I don't know why you don't want to come through, Mr. Clerkin.
I love a good debate, so yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. Well, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close this episode of Straight Up Podcast. I want to thank everyone for coming through. Got some bullshit again. Oh yeah, I see that. Definitely want to thank everybody for coming through. Please join us today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the DOM Black Math tribute on Digital Hustle. I'll put try to put the link in the chat. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Digital Hustle Films YouTube channel. We'll be reminiscing on the comrade we lost recently, the brother Black Mav. So please don't miss that as well. I'd like to thank the panel here. I'd also like to thank our comrade that's laid up right now. Get better soon, YG. Thinking about to hit you up, see how you doing. So you're maintaining. So with that being said, let's get on out of here.
Peace.
T.
Body.
Thank you, RTO. Please make sure you hit that like button, helping the algorithm. See y'all at 6. Peace. RTO Beats, JB Swift, Seafood Jedi, Kayman McClurkin, Tiffany Beautiful Me, DJ Rage, DJ Rap.